Hi, welcome to Problem Solving. This is just an overview to video number 8, Communication Model and Speech Elevator. Many human relationship problems do happen because bad communication. When we are communicating, as important is to define what's what we want to communicate as how we are going to communicate. In video number 8, we will be talking about what to communicate. In video number 9, we will define how to communicate. Before going there, very quickly I will explain our communication model. Always we are having an emitter who emits a message which is received by the receiver. The receiver processes the information and becomes now an emitter which sends back a message. Always when we are communicating, we are having personal filters of the emitter, because I put filters to what I am communicating and how I am communicating, depending on what I think about the receiver, depending on my idea about the education, the age, the different aspects of the receiver. The receiver also puts filters to the communication depending on what I think about the emitter. And also there are environmental filters. I'll be talking in more detail about those filters in video number 9. Now, let me say this. Let's say that I am here, and let's say that I want to be here. Then, in order to move from here to here, what I have to do is to make an effort with this magnitude and on that direction. But what about if I think that I am here? Actually, I am here, but I think that I am here. If I think that I am here, I will do an effort with this magnitude and on that direction. And guess what? Instead of moving from here to here, I will be moving here to here. Why I'm saying this? Because as important is to define what's what I want when I am communicating as where I am when I am communicating. So when we are communicating, it's important to say where we are, where we want to be, why, and one more thing. What's what you are going to get and what I need from you. And usually I'm talking about continuous improvement projects. So when we are doing projects, I want to say where we are, where we want to be, why, what I need from you, and what you are going to get from this one. So we are talking about the coding acronym when we are doing a speech elevator. A speech elevator is one technique to communicate in very few seconds, only the seconds that it takes from going from the first floor to the top of a tall building. But you have that time to communicate something important to someone. Then, the elements is the context, the output, the desire, the intent, the necessity, and the gains. Let me give you this example. Let's say that I have to communicate with my family, and the problem is that I am losing my income, or my income is being reduced. So I will do this example. There's high inflation, the economy is not doing well, etc. And that's why, our income has been reduced. Because our income has been reduced, then we need to reduce our expenses as well. That's why we have decided to reduce them by 20%. And what I'm asking to you is to be aware that we are going to reduce dinners in restaurants, and we are going to reduce expenses because of leisure, for entertainment. If we do that, then the money allowance that I give to you every week, every other week, won't be reduced, won't be affected. With this is where we are. Income is going down. Where we want to be, we want to get the same expenses than our income. Why? Because, well, we don't want to have a deficit. And, well, what's what we need from you? That you be aware that the dinner expenses and leisure expenses will be reduced. What you are going to get, your allowance money won't be affected. Well, if you want to know more about this video, well, click on this URL. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
A powerful enabler for our development. Undoubtedly, communication is a key element. A poor communication can create affliction, but also a good one has a buzz from extinction. This leads to the construction of common meanings. This is the key purpose of communication. When people speak, they are making screening. That, when not understood, creates frustration. In communication, there is always an emitter, and of some information wants to be transmitter. Such sent information is received by the receiver. When decoded, the receiver becomes a retriever. A clear communication purpose is desired. Emitter must ensure that message is received and also to be understood and recalled, and the message is expected to be answered. When a problem to your team you are communicating, make sure that you are including the elements coding. The context is useful to understand the subject and the output and desire you have to connect. The expectations from the receiver is an intent. Encoding necessity is about your torment. What receiver of message can get are then the gains, then they will be free from their chains. When you are trying to communicate something technical, content is not the only important thing. Emotional reactions must be considered. If you don't, all your efforts might be littered. Apotheosis. I dream of a world that worries less and takes care of the problems that make us scared. Apotheosis. To stop being a victim of emotions and circumstances, to not be scared of taking chances. Apotheosis. To take control of our lives and build a better future for ourselves and the people who surround us. Apotheosis.